Will there be labor peace or unrest in our schools this fall under Doug Ford's government? Yes, we're in the dog days of summer, but kids will be back in class in just over 7 weeks. And the teachers' contracts expire August 31st. The new Minister of Education has indicated he wants a new contract in place by then. So many are wondering, is he going to impose one or maybe even enact back-to-work legislation?
I, Stephen Francis Lecce, swear that I will duly and faithfully, and to the best of my skill and knowledge, execute the powers and trusts reposed in me as Minister of Education.
Stephen Lecce was sworn in as the new Education Minister last month, replacing Lisa Thompson, who seemed to be floundering in the role. Lecce has indicated a number of times his goal is to keep children in the classroom, and he wants a new teacher's contract in place before the current one expires at the end of August. According to the president of the High School Teachers Union, that timeline is impossible.
There's no reasonable prospect for an agreement to be reached. I mean, we won't, I would say the school year will begin without us even having a decision from the Labour Board as to what can be bargained at the central table.
The union says it hasn't even tabled its expectations for negotiations, but the stage has been set for contentious talks. The government is increasing class sizes by 6 students at the high school level and 1 student for grades 4 to 8, which will eliminate more than 3,000 teaching positions over 4 years. The Treasury Board also announced salary increases for all public sector employees, including teachers, will be capped at 1%. Although that legislation hasn't been passed, so it's unclear if that will impact this round of talks.
It's way beyond a sense of unease.
The Ford government has a couple of options if talks get rocky. It can impose a contract, which the Liberals did under Dalton McGuinty in 2012. But the courts ruled it violated the constitutional right to freedom of negotiations and ordered the government to negotiate a remedy. Or the PC government can pass back-to-work legislation, which it's already shown it's not afraid to do. It imposed it to end the lengthy York University strike last summer, and again in December when it recalled the legislature in a preemptive move to prevent a power workers' strike. However, that move could jeopardize extracurriculars, which teachers do voluntarily and can withdraw from in protest. Now, we reached out to the Minister of Education's office for comment on this story and asked specifically just how he hopes to get a deal negotiated so quickly when very often it takes 1 year or more to settle a contract. We also asked if the government would consider imposing a contract or using back-to-work legislation. A government spokesperson responded saying they will not comment on ongoing negotiations.